In recent Korean dramas, the tradition of the dreaded breakup episode has shifted to the final week. The entirety of episode 14 in ma이데몬 was dedicated to setting the stage for the impending breakup, a storyline that is poised to unravel in the upcoming episode just before the anticipated happy ending. What truly transpired in the past between Gu-Won and Madame Ju? Contrary to speculation, Madame Ju didn't actually cut a deal with Gu-Won, but yeah, they did meet that fateful night. Just like what Suk-Min spilled to Do-Hee, Madame Ju was shaking things up at the company, putting lots of employees at risk. Do-Hee's father wasn't having it and planned to expose the wrongdoing. All the while, Do-Hee's mother kept stressing that time was running out. Do-Hee's father insisted he'd still catch up with Do-Hee before leaving, and we finally get to know what that meant. Madame Ju was tailing them, and out of nowhere, bam! Their car's tire blows out on this tricky bend in the road, and flips over, turning into a wreck. Do-Hee's mom dies on the spot. And guess who shows up? Gu-Won. Desperate, Do-Hee's dad pleads for him to save his wife, but Gu-Won's like, "Nah, dude. I'm here to cash in on a deal from 10 years ago, collecting souls, not saving them." Tragically, Do-Hee's dad ends up having a fatal heart attack as scheduled. Madame Ju, shocked to the core, witnesses the whole scene. Gu-Won offers her a deal, but she's freaked out and backs off. No deal that day, but the whole ordeal shakes Madame Ju up big time. In the pastor's words, seeing the real devil in action pushes Madame Ju to ditch her devilish ways. Is Suk-Min really dead? Gu-Won can't bring himself to kill Suk-Min, but he's all in for giving him a taste of torture. However, Suk-Min throws a curveball, claiming he'd rather take the plunge into hell, and dives to his death. No trace of Suk-Min's body is found, sparking rumors of a suicide, and his laundry list of misdeeds is laid bare for the public. Even his wife spills the beans, turning into a witness of Suk-Min's dark truth. Gu-Won, confidently assuming Suk-Min's demise, declares he would have sniffed him out if he were still kicking. However, there's a sneaky suspicion that Gu-Won might be missing a beat. See, Suk-Min had the demon's book for quite a while, likely delving into its secrets, something Gu-Won probably hasn't bothered with in ages. When Suk-Min talked about choosing hell, perhaps he'd already taken some steps to amp up beyond the usual human. There's a hunch that Gu-Won might not be able to see him, thanks to some spell Suk-Min picked up from the book. Do-Hee is haunted by Suk-Min's statements regarding Madame Ju, so she goes to see the priest who her grandmother met for confessions on a daily basis. Madame Ju had told the priest to tell Do-Hee the truth if she couldn't, and that's when he revealed everything. When the priest mentions Madame Ju having seen the true demon, Do-Hee understands what he means. She is aware that her parents' deaths were tied to Gu-Won. Technically, she knew everything about his job, but witnessing how it affected her personally had rattled her. Later on, Gu-Won visits the priest, who instantly recognizes him. The priest brings up Gu-Won's past encounter with Madame Ju, triggering a revelation for Gu-Won about his connection to Do-Hee. As Do-Hee contemplates whether knowing the truth from the beginning would have changed her feelings for Gu-Won, he's grappling with ways to prevent her from enduring more misery. The compulsory breakup. In the wake of recent revelations, Do-Hee is grappling with the weight of it all. Madame Ju's shady past as a cutthroat careerist, her father striking a deal with a demon who turns out to be her husband. It's a lot for Do-Hee to wrap her head around. The uncomfortably close ties between Gu-Won's profession and her father's demise are causing significant strain in their relationship. Honestly, Gu-Won was just doing his job, and Do-Hee had already given him a hard time for it before. And Madame Ju? Well, she kinda went down the same road as any other profit-chasing, greedy businessman caught up in ambition and entitlement. But, she's turned over a new leaf in recent years. Enough for Do-Hee not to see her as a bad person, plus, she's someone Do-Hee really cares about. Let's not forget, Do-Hee's been carrying the weight of blaming herself for pushing her parents to hurry over all these years. Finding out that this rush was partly because of Madame Ju and Gu-Won is downright infuriating. If they hadn't been in such a rush, Do-Hee's mom might still be around. But truth is, they weren't rushing because of Madame Ju. It was all about getting things done before Do-Hee's dad's time ran out. And Gu-Won's got some responsibility there. Do-Hee tries to handle things cool and logical, but then, bam, she catches Gu-Won offing a woman he had a contract with. That's the moment it hits her. Those clocks in his study aren't just for show. They're ticking away for each contract he's made. It suddenly clicks her dad must have been one of those names on the wall at some point. At the close of My Demon episode 14, Do-Hee and Gu-Won are in the know. All the secrets are finally out. Do-Hee isn't eager to call it quits, maybe needing more time to sort through the practical and emotional mess. But Gu-Won has a different take on things. Back in his human days, he lost Do-Hee due to his faith. Now, in this life, he took her parents away because of his job, a job fueled by his newfound anger towards God. Do-Hee's carried the weight of her parents' deaths, yet she insists that the time she spent with them was the happiest of her life. Gu-Won feels he robbed her of that happiness. So, he suggests they break up, not wanting to drag Do-Hee down to hell with him for what he's done and how he's lived. It's the last thing he feels he can do for her. As the finale of My Demon approaches, the preview for episode 15 reveals a tumultuous separation between Do-Hee and Gu-Won. Do-Hee, particularly affected by the absence of Gu-Won, is grappling with regret over underestimating the impact of his absence. Not even office gatherings provide a distraction from her yearning for Gu-Won. The painful separation is a necessary sacrifice to protect Do-Hee from impending doom. Meanwhile, Suk-Min's nefarious deeds are exposed to the public. Yet a week after his demise, his body remains missing. Amidst the aftermath, a new threat emerges as an unknown entity kidnaps Do-Hee, adding an unexpected twist to the unfolding drama.